your neighbor and say, these BBLs killing y'all. Oh, yeah. And the thighs don't match. What a shame. Wait, this my shit. These BBLs killing y'all. 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 Killing y'all. Killing y'all. Killing y'all. I know I look like a bug. You better show me some love. When you see me online, you know I paid a good price. Slide in my DMs, boy, come holler at me. Gotta get acquainted with this new fatty. Your favorite IG model ain't got nothing on me. Fashion over on my beach with this Georgia donkey. I would've hit the gym, but I didn't have the time. I got receipts, so you know it's mine, y'all.
About to discuss something.
Eyes on match. Well. Turn to your neighbor and say, these BBLs killing y'all. Oh, yeah. And the eyes on match. What a shame. These BBLs killing y'all.
Oh my God.
These BBLs killing y'all. These BBLs killing y'all. These BBLs killing y'all. These BBLs killing y'all.
Oh my God.
These BBLs killing y'all. These BBLs killing y'all. Killing y'all. Killing y'all. Killing y'all.
And the thighs don't match. Oh my God. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to my channel called Take Heed to the Message with Abang Anwa. It just means queen. Okay? Now, the title of this foolery is President Trump blocked men and boys from women's sports, right? We all remember that, right? Also, we're going to discuss Pastor Antonio Marquise or Morris. I can't pronounce the name correctly. Maurice, okay. Bentley is a wolf in sheep clothing. We're going to talk about that. Now, this is allegedly, this is all allegedly from the pastor. Okay, this is all allegedly. But we're going to hear a young man come and tell his truth. Okay? We're going to hear a young man come and tell his truth today. Now, why did I play that song? Why did I play that song? 50 Cent is a problem on social media. Do y'all hear me? 50 Cent is a problem on social media. Do y'all hear me? I want you to understand, never get into an argument with 50 Cent. Never. Never. He doesn't give up. I don't care what happened to you, baby, he will post that thing. Okay? I don't care what happened. Once you become enemies with 50 Cent, you have made an enemy for life. So why did I play this song? These BBLs is killing y'all. And the thighs don't match. Vivica Fox, at 60 years old, decided to go get a BBL. Did you hear what I said? Let me repeat that one more time. Vivica Fox, at 60 years old, went to go get a BBL. Do you hear what I'm saying? She went to go get a BBL at 60 years old. Okay? This is, you know what? I'm going to share something with y'all. May Kevin's soul rest in peace. Do you hear me? May Kevin Samuel's soul rest in peace. Because everything Kevin had said, this stuff is coming to pass. And it's a damn shame. Everything Kevin said is coming to pass on all these women. Listen, y'all, this is nonsense. Down to Lisa Ray, all these sisters. All this stuff is coming to pass on the stuff that Kevin Samuel said. He said, winter is coming. Baby, if Kevin was still alive today, everybody would be thinking that he is some type of he got a line directly to God. You know what I'm saying? They will really be thinking that he got a line directly to God, and God is telling him this is what's gonna happen. Because y'all have crashed out ever since Kevin Samuels passed away, y'all have crashed out. Baby, all y'all who was in here ragging on this man, disgracing him, calling him all types of names because of the way he dressed and the way he wanted to smell good and the way he talked, that he was from the rainbow community, how y'all kicked this man back in. How even when he passed away, y'all dog walked this man, y'all talked about him, y'all said all this evil stuff to this man. Look at this shit right now. Come look at this shit right now. Come look at this shit right now. Okay? 60 years old and you getting a BBL, baby? Who you fucking, baby? Who you fucking, baby? At 60 years old, you got a BBL? Woo! All right now. Good morning, everybody that's in the chat. Steven, A-Team, I see you. How are you? The Real Team, how are you, honey? Green Beans, what's up, baby? Sister 1973, how are you? Jasmine, how are you? Who else is in here? Who else we got? Let me see. Who else we got in here? I'm trying to see. I don't know why my computer is doing that. Okay, so far that's everybody. Okay, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Oh my God, baby, who's getting that pussy, baby? Who's getting 60? 60? Now listen, let me share something with y'all. There's some fine black women at 60 years old. Do you hear me? There are some fine black women that's 60 years old. But the thing is, for y'all to be trying to find men now at 60, who's training you? Who's gonna train you? Like, if you were not an obedient wife before, you have never been a wife before, who is training you, babe? Who's training you at 60? Especially if you did hot girl summer all your life. You know what I'm saying? If you did hot girl summer all your life, who's training you? Okay, who's doing that? You know what I'm saying? 60 years old? Baby, you look crazy because you know what? You never been a big girl. You have never been a big girl. So you having this big badunkadunk and then your legs is slim and skinny. It don't look right. See, people can tell when a woman has a BBL. They can tell. They be botching up y'all BBLs. Because a big girl, a fat girl, she gonna have the thighs and that butt gonna match completely. It's not gonna be a gap between those legs, those thighs, and that butt. It ain't gonna be no gap. Y'all look crazy. Just love your body. Just love who you are, baby, instead of getting all this type of stuff in your derriere. And they say the things stink. They say it stink now, and that's all alleged. But let me share something with you. 50 is the worst type of person to have a problem with. 50 is the worst type of person to have a problem with. 50 don't care how long the argument has been. It can be 15, 20 years. He's still going to remind you that you had said some shit about him. Oh my God. These BBLs is killing y'all. And the thighs don't match. 60 years old? Oh my God. So let's get on to the next foolery. So now you know, we all know that President Trump did an executive order. Good morning, Walker. How are you? President Trump did an executive order that blocked men and boys from women's sports. Okay? We all know this, correct? And all the Dems disagreed with it because it went through the House as a bill and none of the Dems agreed with the bill. Okay? So I want to share something with you. That means the Dems want y'all girls get the beat the hell up. They want y'all girls to get hurt. Okay? They want y'all girls to always lose. Because once a man dominates something, he is meant to win it. Okay? He's meant to win it. So I heard something on The View, and I was not surprised. I was not surprised at all that this was on The View. I was like, nah, I'm not surprised, you know. I ain't surprised one bit. I'm like, nah, this is normal, you know. This is normal for The View. Because they do stuff like this all the time. And they be wanting people to agree with the nonsense they done. Okay? So, Daniel, I'm going to say his name wrong. Daniel Mavelli. I'm going to say his name wrong. But anyway, they're going to pronounce the name. And my thing that shocks me, so not shocks me, but let me just come out and say it. Y'all believe that, y'all believe men are weak. Let me just get there and say that. Y'all believe men are weak. Walker, I hope I greeted you. How are you, honey? Y'all believe men are weak. That's the problem. So when you see a man competing in women's sports, you like, it's okay. It's not a big thing. Ain't no big thing about it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no biggie. That's what y'all believe. Because women are strong. We're independent. Okay? And so the boxing match didn't teach y'all anything last time. When we saw how the young girl couldn't even do one round with this man. That boxing match didn't teach y'all nothing. But you got Whoopi Goldberg sitting up there talking about, she getting up there talking about, nah, y'all sleeping on women. Women are strong. Okay? See, I'm going to share something with you. You put a woman that's 160 pounds, okay? And you put a man that's 160 pounds, okay? Same height, same weight, okay? Who do you think can lift who? Put it in the chat, y'all. If you put a woman that's 160 pounds and a man that's 160 pounds, okay? Tell me who can lift who. Who can lift their body weight twice? Who can do that? Steven, what you say? Steven, what you say? Steven, now wait a minute now. You're being sexist, okay? Is that right? Steven, now wait a minute now. Steven, now wait a minute. What you say? Yes, I said it. Steven, listen, I don't need all the hostility going on in here, sir. I don't need all the hostility, okay? I don't need... Walker, are we in here doing this too? Okay, are we? I don't need all this hostility, okay? This toxicity this morning. I don't need all this toxicity this morning, okay? I came up here trying to prove a point. I'm trying not to laugh. I don't need all this toxicity on my channel. It's too early. Okay? 18 said, can y'all stop telling the I'm going to say that wrong. Unadulterated truth. Am I saying that right? You know y'all, I'm quick to mess up a word. I don't have time. So did you say that the man can lift her? Did you say that? Okay, did you say the man can lift her? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. All right, but Whippy got out here and said, Whippy got out here and said that it's not right. Okay, men should be able to be in women's sports. Okay, so shout out to Whippy. Okay, we only gonna just play a little bit. We gonna skim through it because you know they get you with that. You know those. You get those strikes real quick. Here we go.
Documenting her gender transition online, she also stood strong against the hateful backlash and boycott after her Bud Light branded post went viral. Now she's sharing her journey in a candid and witty new memoir called Paper Doll. Please welcome Dylan Mulvaney.
Dylan Mulvaney. Dylan Mulvaney. I couldn't pronounce his name correctly. So here we go. Let's continue. This is the View. Okay. Now I don't want to play them too long because you know that copyright strike is quick.
Welcome to the View. Welcome to the View.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Anna has the first question.
So, Dylan, in 2022, you publicly came out as transgender on social media, and you started documenting the first 100 days of your transition. And those posts have now more than 1 billion, with a B, views.
Crazy.
So why did you decide to document that, and how was the reaction?
Yeah. Well, I think when I came out to my mom when I was 4, and
Mind you, this man had came out 3 times already. He has came out 3 times already. Okay? This is the face. This is the face of the trans now. He done came out 3 times already. Okay? Now he's saying at 4, he done came out to his mama. Okay? 4 years old, he has came out to his mama. Let's continue.
I didn't know how other trans women were getting to the, to where they were going on their journeys. And I look at someone like Laverne Cox, he recently had on the show. And actually this feels like a school presentation when you go up after someone who's like really good at what they were doing. I'm like, oh shoot. But I think that I didn't know how to get to where women were like Laverne. And so I was like, let me start at the beginning. And I also was doing stand-up comedy in LA at the time. And I wanted to find the funny way into coming out because I had already come out 2 times before that. And I was like, oh gosh, this needs to, be a little bit lighter of something. So I tried to make people laugh. And I think that comedy is a really good way into, touching people's hearts and changing minds. And then what ended up happening was a lot of support, but a lot of hate.
Yeah.
And I'm a people pleaser, so I wanted to make the haters see that there were other parts of me and that I am a 3-dimensional.
Why do you want to be a people pleaser though? Even if you came out in front of everybody, this is the 3rd time, but why you want to be a people pleaser? One thing y'all gotta remember is that you have to run your own race. You can't please people. People will have you in here doing nonsense just so you can please them. Just so you can please them. Why are you a people pleaser? That's my first thing. Here we go.
Person. And so I've kind of taken people along this journey and gotten a lot more vulnerable than I ever thought I would and overshared a lot more than I thought I ever would.
Dylan, wait, real quickly, Alyssa, before you go. I think people need to hear this. When you say you came out at 4, I don't think people understand all the time that sometimes a little child will come to the parent, which is what you did, and said, I feel like I'm in the wrong body, what I am on the inside. Because so often, sadly, it's misassigned to schools and someone's trying to change someone. Oftentimes this happens.
Sadly, is misassigned to schools. Sadly, it's misassigned to schools. Now, we're going to jump ahead because I don't want to get a copy strike. We're going to jump ahead. And I want y'all to hear what...
Didn't realize that indeed.
I want y'all to hear what Whippy said. Okay, so we're going to jump ahead just a little bit. Okay? Whippy said this. This is what Whippy said. Here we go.
Your governor, Gavin Newsom, said that he thinks that trans athletes competing in girls' and women's sports was deeply unfair. Now, I want to hear what you think,
Because I'll tell you what I think, too. Yeah.
The last time I played a sport, I was 6 years old, and I was on a soccer team, but I assigned myself as the nurse. So I sat with the Band-Aids. And so, in the words of Wicked, I am not that girl. But a dear friend of mine, Skylar, he is a trans athlete. His handle's Pink Manta Ray. That's someone who I really look to for guidance. And I think that is what's tricky, is like, now stepping in this identity. I'm still like a baby trans. You know, I've only 3 years in. Tomorrow's my anniversary.
Your friend went from female to male and is competing with other males.
Correct.
Yes.
Her friend.
Yes.
Her friend went from female to male and is competing with other males.
So Gavin doesn't have a problem with that.
I think part of the problem that the trans community is facing, and it's the same problem that women face, is if you don't know anything about our bodies, you don't know how it works. So when you come in and you say, oh, you know, these are men, you know,
competing
against women, you're assuming that the women are weak and just can't do anything except have you seen female athletes? They know what they're doing. So
okay, that's enough of Whippy. So you heard what she said, that you seen female athletes, they know what they're doing. But I want you to understand a male athlete that is 160 pounds. Okay, fair use. That's right. I got to put that in the description. Thank you, 18. Fair use. Because you have a male athlete that is 160 pounds, and you have a female athlete that is 160 pounds. I want you to understand, can this female athlete lift this man who is 160 pounds? Can she? Can she lift him? No, she can't lift him. If the man, we just saying, if the man is 160 pounds, right? He can lift twice his weight. He can pick her. If he needed to lift her, he can lift her. See, this is the thing that y'all sleep on and y'all don't understand. Men are built to be dominant. I don't care if you put a dress on them. I don't care if you put a wig on them. I don't care if you put nails on them. I don't care if you put heels on them. Men are designed to be dominant. They are designed to conquer. So when you put them in any atmosphere, they will take it over, because that's what they are designed to do. And so when you get in here and say female athletes is, they think female athletes is weak. No, it's not that. Female athletes are amazing. They are strong. But the uncomfortable truth is you cannot compete with a man. You cannot compete with a man. If he is working in his era of a wolf zone, let's talk about it. If a man has gotten into his beast mode, see, women don't have a beast mode, but if a man has gotten into his beast mode, he could destroy everything that is around him. I don't care what size he is. I don't care what height he is. He can get up there and destroy everything that is in his wake, because he's designed to do that. And so you want him to get into a boxing match with the same female, with a female that's the same height, same size, and you think she gonna win that fight. You think she gonna win that fight? Y'all put it in the chat. Onika, how are you, honey? She gonna win that fight? What y'all think? Because when you get in here and you'll hear some male athletes, they'll say male athletes who are trans athletes, okay? They get in here and they'll say, well, I'm just, they'll say they're a girl. I'm just a regular girl. I'm just a regular girl. No, you're not. No, you're not. Yahweh has built man in a marvelous way that he can lift his weight times 2. That's why when you see, check this out, when you see like a family on top of the roof, y'all know I always talk about this. When you see a family on top of the roof, it's a flood zone, right? The person who drops from the helicopter, is it a woman? Is it a woman that drops from the helicopter to save the family? It's not. It's a man. It's a man that always dropped from the helicopter. He has one arm on the rope, and somehow he's able to grab the entire family, the mother and the 2 children, in one arm and pull them up to the helicopter. Anybody tell me they ever seen a woman do that? You're lying. Anytime in the face of danger, when something happens, when you're in a fire, okay, when you're stuck somewhere, who is it that comes and gets you? It is the man that comes and gets you. There's no woman. Now, let me share something with you. I will not sit up here and say my sisters are weak. When it comes to our children being in danger, baby, we can do some shit that the devil himself has never seen. So I will say that. But you can't risk your life for someone else. Only if it's your children. You can risk your life for your children. But if it's someone else that you do not know, baby, you're waiting for the rescue. You're waiting for the rescue. You understand? And this is the thing that we back in the late 80s and 90s, y'all started this nonsense. When y'all wanted to be in when boys football and boys baseball, y'all started this nonsense. All y'all doing is reaping what you have sown. That's it. And y'all learning now that, you seen all those girls up there at DC in Washington when President Trump, shout out to President Trump, when President Trump has signed for men and boys to be out of women and girls sports. Do you see how many young ladies and grown women were up there so happy that he signed that executive order, even though it didn't get passed through the bill? Not even, wait a minute, did it get passed through the bill? Because all I heard was that the Democrats didn't agree with it. So, do you understand? The thing that he did was so amazing. And those girls were so happy. Those young women were so happy. And then you got people like Whoopi Goldberg, and Whoopi, I'm ashamed of you, baby. You got women like Whoopi Goldberg. She ain't never done sports a day in her life and compete against a man. And y'all getting out here talking about women is this and women is that. You have never been a female athlete. You don't know how heartbreaking it is when you have trained and you have went through all the steps and you have dieted and you have went and weekless, not weekless nights. Let me see. How can I say this? You have went through sleepless nights, trying to train to get this award. You're trying to beat this fighter. And then all of a sudden a trans come in here and beat your ass. He beat your ass. And now you got to go and cry and shit. He done beat your ass. And then he try to give you a little hug and stuff. And you mad as shit because you know what the thing is? You know that that's a man. You know that's a man. That's what hurts you. Because that is a man. That's a man. That's why it hurts. Because you're saying it's not fair. It's not fair, right? Back in the late 80s and 90s when y'all was jumping into boys sports, it wasn't fair either. Y'all opened up this can of worms. But thank God Trump, he tried to seal it, and I hope they keep it that way. because y'all getting y'all ass beat. I'm sorry. That's the uncomfortable truth. And then Love said, and then if they don't participate, they lose their scholarship. Shaking my damn head. Yes, shaking my head. Oh my God. Onika said, women do not have the brute strength of a man. We don't. We don't. Y'all delusional. Okay? Y'all women who believe you can beat men, I'm going to share something with y'all. Some of the times when I watch stuff on social media, and I watch how some of y'all, you know, my sisters, how y'all fling black men and stuff like that, how y'all fling them. And everybody on social media be laughing and stuff. You know why you was able to fling this man? You want to know why? He ain't want to go to jail. He ain't want to go to jail. So he rather go ahead and let you lay hands on him because he ain't want to go to jail. Because a man, once he go into beast mode and he realize that he ain't gonna get in no type of trouble for beating your ass, he gonna whoop you. He gonna whoop you. But see, only in a Western society, when a woman hit a man, okay, he can't hit her back. But in foreign countries, if you go over to Africa, you go to Nigeria, you hit a man over there in Nigeria, right? He gonna whoop you. With the same place you hit him, he gonna whoop you right there. He gonna whoop you, okay? Pakistan, India, all that, okay? All these other nations, okay? All these other nations, Dubai, this and that. You hit a man, the man gonna whoop your ass right there where you stand at. He's gonna beat you. And ain't nobody gonna do nothing. They just gonna look at you and watch him beat you. Okay? Some might come over and ask what happened. And he gonna tell him she hit me. And they gonna walk away. They're not gonna do nothing. They gonna let him whoop your ass right there. That's why when some of y'all Americans, okay, yes, some of y'all get over there and get indignant and y'all know the rules and shit, y'all get in trouble. That's why y'all always go to jail and shit like that. Because y'all don't know how to talk humbly to a man. Y'all don't know how to be humble. Because y'all have learned that shit over here. But if you go to a foreign country and try that shit, they gonna whoop your ass. They gonna whoop you. Okay? They gonna whoop you, probably put you in jail. Probably put you in jail too. Now, I'm not saying it's right that a man lay hands on you. Take heed to the message does not support violence. But the thing is that y'all believe that you can beat men because y'all see a woman sling a man or she throw a man around. It's because he doesn't want to go to jail. It's because he doesn't want to go do jail time. That's why he doesn't fight back. And I'm not saying, my sisters, that you are, insignificant, you are nothing, you are weak. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, let's count it, okay? Let's cut the coat according to our size. A man can pick up his weight times 2. A man can pick up his weight times 2. What kind of weight can you pick up? You can't even pick your weight up times 2. You can't pick your weight up times 2. Some of y'all get in here and be like, hey, Marcus, how are you, honey? Some of y'all get in here and be like, I'm independent, I'm this, I'm that. Some of y'all who even work in hospital as nurses and stuff, you can't even lift your own weight. You need like 4 or 5 other people to help you pull a patient. Stop playing. Stop playing. That's because we do not understand gender roles. Y'all have just ran over the gender roles like they're not, this, you know what I'm saying? You know how a nation falls? This is how you know when a nation is falling. Okay? This is how you know when a nation is falling. They get confused with the gender roles. They get confused with their identity. That's how you know when a nation is falling. That's a little tidbit. That's a little tidbit. Okay? That's a little tidbit. That's how you know when a nation is in trouble, when they can't recognize what they're doing doesn't make sense. One thing that a lot of people believe, that, and I want to say this, and I know some of y'all gonna get offended, but a lot of people believe that the devil is stupid. A lot of people believe the devil is stupid. But the devil is really smart because he makes you think things that are sinful are beautiful. He makes you think that things that are sinful are amazing. Until you get into the sin and you figure out that something is wrong. Okay? But while you're doing it, it's good. You always make the sin make you believe that it's good. You know what I'm saying? All the nonsense that you get in here and preach and stuff like that, he always got to make you think that the sin is good. Oh, well, you know what? After I do the sin, I'm going to go and pray. I'm going to go and pray after I do the sin. But then you go back to the same sin. The thing is that Yahweh made two beings. And this is the uncomfortable truth that none of y'all want to hear. Yahweh made two beings. He made a male and a female. Man and woman. That's what Yahweh made. Anything else outside of what he don't deem necessary, the rest of us have to deem it's not necessary either. Okay? Because this is the thing. If you live your life the way you want and you do whatever you do, why do we have to accept it? Live your life the way you want. Live your life the way you want. But why do we got to get on board with you? Long as we not trying to hurt you or do anything bad to you, nobody should be trying to hurt anybody. If you feel that that's the way you want to live your life that way. But the rest of us should not have to get up there and clap for something that we know that doesn't make sense. The rest of us should not cheer for something that we know that doesn't make sense. But society will make you agree and make you, clap for this person, but you know that it's not right. And if you don't clap and if you don't agree, then what they do, they start calling you names. They start talking about you's a transphobe and all this other stuff and this and that. But the uncomfortable truth is that those women who have been training mostly all their life to get where they are, and they're almost at the finish line of their, top competing for a spot, that they get knocked out of the spot by a man. That's not right. The uncomfortable truth is you could not compete with men, and that's why you came over to the women's side. I said what I said. I don't care if you're upset about it, but that's the truth. You could not compete with the wolves that were on the men's side, so you decided to come over to where the sheep were and said, you a wolf in sheep clothing. Shout out to President Trump one more time. Damn it. How do you train all your life to be something, and then once you get there, somebody knock you out of the box You have trained in everything. You have done what you're supposed to do. And once you get to the top spot, you lose it because you are fighting against someone that is biologically a man. And I don't care if they got a wig on. I don't care if they grew their hair. I don't care if they got nails. I don't care if they put a dress on and the heels. He is designed to conquer. This is the thing y'all miss. Men are designed to conquer. I don't care how you dress them. They're designed. That's why you have people turn around and they'll tell women, we look better than you. We look better than you. Once I throw on my makeup, I look good. That's what they say. I look good. I throw on this wig, I look good. Baby, I look better than you. Some of them will tell you, my titties sit up better than yours. Okay? I got a bigger butt than you. I got better hips than you. They'll tell you. Only thing the difference is that I got a pole swinging between my legs. They will tell you. And so you as the biological woman got to get up there and you dealing with this nonsense. People will get up here on social media and say they look better than you. Mind you, women, y'all have started this nonsense. Y'all have started this nonsense. I still have to come to y'all and blame y'all because the men on the men's side, when they see this nonsense, they do not uplift it. They don't. They do not uplift this at all. And that's why when something like this happens, they run to our side. All women, I'm talking about all women, every color, they run to our side under our umbrella. And then once they get mad with us, they'll turn around and say, I look better than you. Once I put makeup on, okay, my titties are perky. They'll say my titties perky. My butt is bigger than yours. Only thing is that I'm waving a pole between my legs. But I'm a better woman than you. That's what they'll tell you. You have some of them up here that tell you, oh, I get a menstrual. They'll tell you I get a menstrual. They'll also tell you one day we'll be able to give birth to children. They tell us, they say to women, you cannot gatekeep womanhood. You can't gatekeep womanhood. What do they mean by you can't gatekeep womanhood? We're born into it. There's nothing that has to be put on us to say that we are a woman. We gatekeep womanhood. Women are blame us because we are behind this nonsense. When we see a man in a wig, in a dress, and some heels, girl, you look good, and you know that's a man. How many times have I said that to y'all? How many times have I told y'all this over the past 3 years? When we see a man in a wig and a dress, the first thing we say is, girl, you look good. Do you think men are saying that when they see a man in a wig and a dress? Put it in the chat. Do you think men are saying that? Are men up here? Okay, men who are straight. Okay, let me get it right. Do you think men are saying that? Men who are straight saying, oh, you look good as a woman. You think they're saying that? You think they're saying that? They looking at them like, what is going on here? They looking at them like, what is going on here? That's what they're doing. They're not bashing anybody, but they're looking at them like, what's going on here? But us women, all us women get in here and be like, girl, you look good. One thing that back in the day, Boosie has said this, he was getting interviewed. He said, when women stop agreeing with a lot of the nonsense that they see young men do when it's girly, okay? Once women say, that don't look right, take it off, that's when they gonna stop. That's when they gonna stop. When women get in here and say that doesn't look right, that's when they gonna stop. Because we uplift the nonsense. We get up here and we agree with it. Hey John, how are you? It's good to see you. Said I'm just dropping in for a minute. No problem, baby. Have a wonderful day. Star, how are you, honey? We get in here and we agree with the foolery. And this is why they stay under the umbrella. But once they learn what they need to learn from us, they get up there and talk about, they'll get up there and start separating themselves from us. Oh no, you a cis woman. You a cis woman. Okay? You a cis woman. Who told you to name us cis? Who told you to name us cis? You a cis woman. No, I'm a woman, baby. I'm a woman. Nobody collectively told women that we gonna start naming y'all cis woman. Nobody asked us. And if any of y'all agree to that foolery, y'all stupid. Because we don't get in here and shut it down. Promote conscious parenting. How are you, the Harrises? Dynamic dual family. How y'all doing this morning? Guys, please make sure you tune in to Promote Conscious Parenting with the Harrises. Content is always fire and educational. This is the uncomfortable truth. We promote it. We see it and we know it's wrong, but we'll say yes. And let me share with you what I mean when we see it and we promote it. Our son will go put on a wig, one of our wigs. He'll put on the shoes or the dress. He's walking around with the purse around the house. And so you don't tell him, take it off. What y'all do, y'all take pictures, y'all think it's funny, you post it on social media. Some of y'all will laugh, let him wear it all day, especially back in the day. Let him just wear the mama shoes all day. He's sitting up there putting on the mama perfume and this and that. And you don't tell him, you don't take, I didn't say scream at him or spank him. You don't pull him to the side and say, listen, baby, you don't wear this. You see what mama wear this. You don't wear this. Let me show you what you're supposed to wear. As the parent, you're supposed to teach the child. Not let the child tell you, today, mama, I want to be Papa Smurf. Okay? Next day, I want to be Power Rangers. Okay? Next day, I want to be Hercules. Okay? Next day, I want to be one of the Thundercats. You know what I'm saying? Next day, I want to be Porky the Pig and shit. The baby telling you all this stuff. Okay? All this little cartoon stuff. Okay? But now, the child is smart enough to tell you, this is the nonsense. Y'all crazy. The child is smart enough to tell you that they want to be a girl. Now, last week, the baby done told you they want to be Power Ranger. Porky the Pig. They want to be Hercules. Okay? The baby done told you all this last week. But then now this week, they tell you that they want to be a girl. The boy child come tell you they want to be a girl. And so that's when you take it seriously. Instead of you talking to the baby and saying, baby, come here. Come here, mama got to talk to you. You are a boy. You can't wear what mama wear. See, these is the things that y'all miss out teaching some of these boys. Y'all miss teaching some of these boys these things. Nobody pays attention when they see their boy. Okay? When they see their son acting a certain way. Nobody pay attention and sit that boy down and talk to him and find out what's going on. Nobody does that. And it's heartbreaking. We get up here and we uplift it. We get up here and we We chant for them doing this nonsense. We agree with it. We get excited with it. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right, girl. You look good on that runway. Y'all tell it all. Oh, yeah, you look good, baby. Oh, my God. This is what you say. This is what you say. This is what you say to these males. Sister 1973 for the $9.99 super chat. She says, where I live and grew up, the elders did not play or promote or conform to any kind of foolishness. That's why I am who I am. No apologies. No apologies for your feelings. Oh, that's nasty, Sister 1973. That's nasty. I like it, baby. Okay? Can you imagine? This is the nonsense. This is the nonsense. Instead of us getting up here talking to our boys, finding out what's going on. So now God is the one that makes the mistakes. God makes mistakes now. Because the way we were taught is that Yahweh don't make mistakes. So who is the problem then? Because if we were born and raised that Yahweh don't make no mistakes, who is the problem then? Who's the problem? Let me share something with you. I don't doubt that anybody go through an identity crisis. I don't doubt that. Okay? I'm not going to say I'm not going to say that has never happened before to me when I was growing up, living in the projects and seeing so much. I had a so-called what they call that, because my daughter was asking me the other day, a tomboy era. I had a tomboy era. A lot of the cool boys I hung around with, I liked them, but I had a tomboy era. And so you think certain things. But when do you say that's not supposed to be me? That's not me. That's not how I'm supposed to be. And I'm not sitting here judging anybody for their life. You do how you feel. I'm not here to judge you. You do how you feel. And I'm not mad at you. But when we come in here and we uplift foolery, this is our problem. When you see a full-grown man in a woman's dressing, something is wrong somewhere. Nobody will tell me something is wrong somewhere. But we have made it. See, there was a time, we're going to talk just about the black community. There was a time when the black community, they didn't accept stuff like that. They didn't. Honey, everything was always hush-hush. You heard anything? It was always hush-hush. Now, I'm going to share something with you. This is nothing new. This has been since the beginning of time that we have seen this stuff. Since the beginning of time, even in the Bible days, all this stuff is, this is the beginning of time when they was doing this stuff. The Roman Empire, all these things like that. But the thing is, there was a time where the black community didn't accept stuff like that. You know when the black community started accepting it is when the church started questioning the teaching of the Bible. That's when the church started questioning the teaching of the Bible, because pastor is doing dirt. Pastor is doing dirt, and pastor don't know how to uplift and hold on to the laws and the word of God. That's when all this nonsense started happening, when they started letting all this foolery happen. This is how the black community just started accepting it, because of judge ye not, and ye shall not be judged, and who is without sin cast the first stone. And someone else contributed to it too. And I'm not going to sit in here and say I dislike them, but someone else contributed to it too. With so many of them that contributed to it, and Holly Weird helped us. And the chitlin circuit helped us as well. Okay? That made it cool to wear drag. That made it cool to be all in the rainbow community. So many people that we have loved and heard them sing, heard them perform and stuff like that. And they know it's not of God. But yet, my sisters of every color, what do? We get in here and we accept them under the umbrella. We accept them under the umbrella of womanhood. This is our problem. Do you see straight men accepting this? Straight men don't accept this. They don't. You can't get no straight man to be like, this makes sense. But women will get in here. That's right. Girl, you know you look good. That wig is tight. This and that. Oh, your makeup is to die for. This is the stuff that y'all do. And now the rooster has come home. Baby. The rooster has come home and it's in y'all face. It's in y'all face now. You can't do nothing about it. It's in your face. And because you had accepted this so long ago, it's in your face full in effect. And they're telling you we are better than you. We are better than you. You about to be obsolete. My sisters of every color, you're about to be obsolete. Because you played your hand too far. You're about to be obsolete. There will be a famine coming, but there will be a famine of men. Yes, honey. There's a famine coming, but there is going to be, let me get it right, there's going to be a shortage of men. Hey, Brian, how are you? There will be a shortage of men because y'all have co-signed with this foolery, and it's going to be so bad where y'all going to have to cling to one man and be begging to get his last name. That's how bad it's going to be because we sat out here. That's right, honey child, you look good in that dress. You look good in those heels. You look good in those wigs. This is the uncomfortable truth. I know some of this hurts, but it's true. Because we have uplift foolery. The rooster has come home, baby. The rooster come home. It didn't just start in this generation. It started in my it didn't start in my generation either. It started way before, even the beginning of time, when all this could have been dealt with back then. But no, because we uplift foolery. Just like we get in here and we uplift behaviors of how some of our women treat men. How some women dog men out and they think it's okay. And nobody comes and corrects them on it. See, if you let a behavior just continue and nobody corrects, and you have people on one side that'll get in here and they'll uplift the behavior continues to grow. You understand? Just like a woman who she cheating on her husband. And if she got a best friend that tell her, yeah, girl, get them coins, girl. Get them coins. That's right. He ain't going to know about it. She going to continue. She going to continue to cheat. She got somebody cheering for her. She got a cheerleader cheering for her. Yeah, that's right, girl. Go ahead. Ain't nobody going to catch you. Go ahead and cheat on your husband. Do all this stuff. Because that's her cheerleader. Women, we have become the cheerleaders. We have become the cheerleaders on the sideline. And now we have been taken over. We have been taken over. Now, we're going to get into something else right now. Okay, we're going to get into something else. It's a little heavy. Okay, so if what I'm about to say hurt you, because we talking about a pastor. Okay, so whatever I'm about to say hurt you, please scroll up. You don't have to watch the content. No hard feelings or whatever. And this is trigger warning. Okay, this is trigger warning right here. This pastor that I'm talking about, allegedly, Pastor Antonio Maurice Brantley, is a wolf in sheep clothing. Okay? Now, this pastor, he had trained young boys. Like, he helped them because, no father was around, and, he wanted to be a good Samaritan and help young boys find their purpose. Okay? This is why I tell y'all a man needs to be at the helm of the household, because you need a wolf to protect the sheep that's in the house. You need a wolf to protect the sheep, because the thing is that when your husband is a wolf, he could sniff out other men who come to do nonsense. Okay? But because y'all, I'm independent, I don't need no man. I don't need no man to raise these kids. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wind up letting evil in the house in the disguise of pastor. Y'all let evil in the house in the disguise of a pastor. A lot of people hide under the cloth when they're ready to do evil to children. And because you believe that they've been sent by Yahweh, you welcome this idea in. How many times have I told y'all, stop letting your children spend the night at people's house? Stop letting your babies go on church retreats and stuff without you. Stop letting your baby go to pastor house and stuff like that. Stop letting your babies do all this nonsense. I said your babies, I don't care if it's a boy or if it's a girl. Do you hear me? Stop letting these babies get out your sight. Oh, you need a break. I need a break. I'm just going, pastor said they having a sleepover. Why they all sleeping over at pastor house? Pastor ain't married. Even if pastor married, because sometimes it's under a disguise as well. Why your baby got to go? Why your baby got to go? Why y'all always agree to these sleepovers and stuff? Even now, y'all agree to your daughter sleeping over people's houses. They're having a sleepover party. Go pick the damn baby up. Let the baby enjoy the time there, and tell the parents, after everything is done, the cake is cut, I'm coming to pick my daughter up. I'm coming to pick my son up. Stop letting y'all kids spend the night at everybody's house. And then when they get older, they have some horror stories to tell you. Y'all get on my nerve with that. Just because you want some time to yourself. This is what you do. Put the baby in their own room and say, listen, mama need about an hour. Sit here, watch some TV, relax. After that, then mama gonna cook and you come and eat. Y'all got to start paying attention to these babies, because when they get 19, 20, 21, they got a whole story to tell. And the sad part, this is nothing new. This is nothing new. Because back in the day, some of our brothers who are like 50, 60 years old right now, some 70 years old right now, they got horror stories to tell. But you know what they do? They just close their mouth because they know nobody don't give a damn. They close their mouth because nobody give a damn about men. So a lot of our brothers have been touched, but they just be quiet. They close their mouth and try to fight through the foolery that they've been through when they were young. I saw this young man's story and it broke my heart. Why did it break my heart? Because I'm a product of this same thing. I grew up with my abuser. This is why I'm the type of mama that I didn't let my kids go nowhere. They was like, Mama, you don't let us spend the night. Nope. People come ask me, can this so and so? Nope. 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 Can't go to your house. Nope. I don't want my kids, don't sit in my child bed and I sit on nobody's lap. Don't pick my kid up. If my kid fall, you just call me. I'm gonna go pick my kid up. Don't touch my kid. I was one of those mamas. My child can't go nowhere. Nope. We go to the party, yes, after the cake is cut, I'm getting my child. Y'all let y'all babies go spend a night at past the house for what? For what? Now the young boy is telling his story. And you know, y'all Negroes on social media, y'all laugh about it, you know, especially when it's a boy. When it's a boy, oh, how you let that happen? How you let that happen to you? That's what y'all ask. If it's a girl, you up here crying. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that happened to you. I feel so bad for you. But when a boy get up here and tell his story, you hear me? When a boy get up here and tell his story, nobody believes him. Nobody believes him. Now, I gotta say allegedly, because you know people sue you around here if you don't say allegedly. So the story is allegedly. But when I saw it and I was scrolling through social media, it broke my heart. So Pastor Antonio Maurice Brantley is a wolf in sheep clothing, allegedly. Let's get in here. I want y'all to hear it. Trigger warning, everybody. The young man is crying. Trigger warning. Okay, here we go.
It was one weekend. He talked my mom into thinking that he was going to tutor me. He picked me up from my house that morning and we went back to his home in Swainsboro where he was living at with his mother. And there was no tutoring done whatsoever. There was nothing but grooming and sexual activity the whole time. As we left his house, once again, the whole way home, I get in bed. During the time this shit was occurring, I didn't tell nobody this.
This is so heartbreaking. I'm just glad he finally came forward. But can you imagine how many other kids who are so ashamed that they won't come forward? We have to protect our sons just like we protect our daughters. Moms, dads, and even black men within a community.
This is why it's good to have fathers at the helm that have a king mindset. We ain't talking about any man. I said a father that has a king mindset at the helm of every family. Because he can tell you who is the evil ones that is trying to come to the house. Hey, Tracy, how are you, baby? Broken Traditions, how are you, sir? He can tell you the evil ones that is trying to come to the house. See, I'm going to share something with you. When somebody is coming to do evil and they see that there's a big greasy wolf at the helm of that family, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. They're not even going to try or attempt to do anything. See, they look for single mothers that ain't got nobody to ride for them if something happen. They look for y'all. It's easy to get y'all. You want to know why? Because you always working. You always working. Kids are rarely being watched after. You're always working. You always at your place of business. And the child is being home on their own. Or they got summer camps and stuff. Every time you turn around, you got them in some summer camp program and stuff like that. A lot of y'all don't talk to these children. A lot of y'all don't tell them if somebody touch you in a wrong way. Tell mama, tell daddy. Some of y'all don't do that. And some of the times the boys are they're the most shamed to tell it. They're the most shamed to tell it. And sometimes it may not even be a man that did something to him. Sometimes it's a grown woman that did something to him. But they're ashamed to tell it. They're ashamed to tell anybody. And because we don't pay attention to these babies, a lot of stuff happens to them. This young man is 19 years old. This thing happened to him when he was 12. He been holding that thing since can you imagine? 12 to 19. He was scared to tell anybody. He was ashamed to tell anybody that Pastor Antonio was laying hands on him in the wrong way. How you let this pastor, you know what I'm saying? How you let this pastor, oh, BT, I didn't even know you did a stream on it. I just did a stream about this. I ain't even know you did, baby. You know what I got this from? I got this from the disability guy. I got that from him. I ain't even know, honey. I ain't even get the notification for it. Well, BT, I know you did your diligence, because you know you don't play with stuff like that. So shout out to Broken Traditions. Guys, please make sure you tune in to Broken Traditions. Content is always fire, honey. This is the uncomfortable truth. Under the disguise, hey Hall, under the disguise of being, the pastor, under the cloth. Let me train him. Let me tutor him. Hey Wallace, how are you, baby? Let me tutor him. Let me tutor him. Let me get in here and train him, telling the mama. And mama, you don't think nothing strange with it. He goes spend a night over past the house. Why? Why? Let me share something with you. I'm not going to say no names in the story. But I knew somebody who the mom used to always send her to get money from a pastor that was in their area, right? All the time. Like every other week, she would go over there and she would ask for the money, and he would say, send that particular daughter. She had three or four. Send that particular daughter. So she would send her. And she said every time she went over there, because she was fully developed, the pastor would, mess with her. Every time. And he would tell her, wipe her face and this and that, and give her a little extra money for her pocket and stuff like that. And she knew what he was doing was wrong. And he broke her virginity. She knew what he was doing was wrong. But when she tried to tell her mama shut her down. Let her know, like, oh, pastor would never do no mess like that. And this is the thing. Y'all got to start believing your children. You got to start talking to your babies under the disguise of being a man of God or man of woman. Y'all got to stop with that nonsense. You got to. Stop letting your babies be led to slaughter under the disguise of the cloth. Yahweh even tells you in his word, don't put your faith in man. Don't put your faith in man. He tells you that. But some of y'all will get out here. Some of y'all will get out here and believe that this makes sense. Some of y'all single mothers, some of y'all, because we get in here and believe that, you know, we strong and we independent, that we don't need no man. But y'all forget about these kids. These kids need a covering. Even if you sitting here talking about, I don't need a covering, I would never want a woman to get in here and be like, she'll need a covering. I'm not one of those women. I'm not one of those women. Don't get, baby. I've been a single mother for a long time. And when I finally got my covering, I ain't know what the hell to do. You better stop playing. You sign somebody else up for that shit. But you need a covering. The father is needed to be at the helm to protect the family. When there is not a man at the helm, this is when monsters get to roam around your house. This is when monsters get to come and knock on your door in the disguise of being holy. There are a lot of people who get in here, I'm holy, and they doing nonsense. And they still up there on that pulpit preaching. And when you commit this type of atrocities and stuff, you're supposed to come down off the pulpit. But because the name is so highly, notarized, or, so highly, we get in here and we like, oh, Pastor ain't do it. Pastor ain't do nothing like that. Hey, Eddie, how are you? Mike, how you doing? Pastor would never do nothing like that. Y'all believe it. Y'all believe it. But the child is crying out, telling you something is wrong. All you got to do is look at how the child react around somebody. That's all. The child body language going to tell you something wrong. All you got to do is look at how the child react around that person. The body language going to tell you something is wrong. And sometimes it'll be in the midst of a dream that Yahweh will be warning you that something is going on. It's all right to pay attention to your third eye, that spiritual eye. It's all right to pay attention to that. Sometimes you got demons walking in your house, and because you don't stay prayed up, you can't see the demon right in your face. You can't see it. Something's going on. This young man was crying so hard. Oh my God. And I'm going to share something with you, baby. I'm proud of you for telling. I'm proud of you for telling. Because there's a lot of men right now that's 60, 70, 65, 40, 50 years old, 55, that the nonsense has happened to them, but they had just stayed quiet and just continued. Our brothers have been through a lot of pain. But because nobody hears them when they cry, nobody hears them when they're going through all these things. Nobody hears them and nobody gives a damn. Y'all laugh about it. Somebody put in the comment, oh, if it was me, I wouldn't have came to social media and told nobody. And you know what I be wanting to tell people like that? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That's what I be wanting to say. Oh, I would have took that to the grave. This is why a lot of men delete themselves, because it's people like y'all who get in the comment section and tell them dumb shit. It's good that he told. I wish he would have told earlier, but it's good that he told. Get that out. Work that out. Work it out. Hey, King Ball, how are you, baby? How you doing? It's good that he told. Keep it right. How are you? Keeping it real. How you doing, honey? Pure nonsense, baby. Pure nonsense. I just wanted to tell y'all that. We're going to scroll over to the next nonsense for the day. But I want you to understand something. Stop letting them babies go everywhere. Stop letting those babies go to everybody's house. Stop letting them babies spend a night at people's house. Stop letting them go on some church retreats and only the pastor and children going. Stop letting that shit happen. I don't care how holy your pastor is. Stop letting that shit happen. I'm mentoring. No mentoring, damn it. Y'all got to stop the nonsense. No mentoring. So, I want y'all to hear something. Okay? A man confesses. We about to jump into a different subject. Hey, Doc, how are you? Dr. Jazz Music. How you doing, honey? I've been seeing you on my comment section. So, wait a minute. Before we get to that, I'm sorry. Sister 1973, she gave me $9.99 super chat. Baby, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for the $9.99 super chat, honey. I got something for you. Hold on. Let me get to it. Here we go. No more than two, baby. No more than two. Thank you to everybody who came and who's here, that's been rocking with me. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for hitting that like and subscribe button. Also, thank you for donating to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. So the next thing we're going to get into is there's a brother who he confessed to his wife that he's cheating. Okay? He confessed to the wife that he's cheating. And he is not that he wants to leave the wife. It's just that the mistress threatened to tell the wife that the mistress threatened to tell the wife that she's pregnant and that, they have been messing around for such and such amount of years. And so this is the thing. Star, thank you, baby, for the $4.99 super chat. So this is the thing, y'all. The wife is not upset about the cheating, and she's not upset about the baby. She's not even upset about the trip that they supposed to take to Europe. She not upset about that. Let me tell y'all what she upset about. But she gonna tell you for herself, okay? There's a brother that's gonna narrate it, okay? And then we gonna come in here and we gonna discuss the nonsense. Here we go.
Quick little story time. So, see this lady right here? Yeah, this lady. So, she's crying, right? Just by sheer obligation, you feel sorry for her. Right. Let me tell you the story behind this. Okay. So, she's married. Husband comes home. He says, hey, look, babe, I gotta tell you something. Mm-hmm. I haven't been totally honest with you. I've been cheating on you. And I have a mistress, and she's pregnant. You would think that's why she's crying. Because her husband just told her that he has a mistress and that she's pregnant.
Right.
Husband then goes on to say, the reason why I'm telling you this is because she threatened to tell you if I didn't send her on a trip to Europe. Okay. So I don't want to be extorted, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you this, and I'd rather for you to hear it from me than hear it from her or anyone else.
Right.
She starts crying. Feel sorry for her, right? But as fate would have it, she's not crying because her husband just told her that he has a mistress. She's crying because she knows that the mistress is lying. How does she know the mistress lying, you ask? I'm going to tell you. She knows he's lying because she knows that her husband is infertile. He cannot have kids. Wow. For whatever reason, the husband does not know this, but she knows it. You want to know how she knows it?
How she knows it?
Because they have 2 kids together. But he can't have kids. I thought you said he can't have kids. He can't. Those 2 kids ain't his. Man, trifling.
All right now.
She's crying because she knows that those 2 kids aren't his, but she can't tell him those 2 kids aren't his because then he'll know that she messed around on him.
Yeah.
So, what's her dilemma? Should I tell him that no, that baby isn't yours because these babies aren't yours? Or should I just let it rock and just let you think that the baby is yours and then we'll get a DNA test whenever the baby is born and figure out from there? I don't know. Man, she's in a world of crap. I'm asking y'all, what would you do if you was in this situation? Or what do you...
Shout out to that brother. Shout out to that brother. Somebody clipped his video, so I don't know his actual name. That's the one thing that I hate when y'all be doing content, when y'all clip people's stuff. Nobody puts their name on it, so they don't even get the shout out, okay? Nobody puts the name on it, but I did share it in our group chat. So the woman is not crying that the husband is cheating on her. She's not crying because the mistress is pregnant. She's not crying that the mistress threatened to go on, she threatened him saying she wanted him to send her on a vacation to Europe. The wife is not crying for that, okay? The wife is not crying about the mistress. The wife is crying for the fact that her lie is going to come out. Her lie is going to come out. See, when some of y'all get in here and y'all be dog walking these men, when y'all get in here, y'all be dog walking these men. Oh my God, baby. Y'all be the worst. Y'all be the worst. Y'all will have a whole man, a whole grown man, hugging and kissing on somebody else's baby. And he be thinking the baby his. He kissed the baby, everything. Done bought the baby clothes and diapers and everything. Done bought the baby milk and everything. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Doc. I appreciate you, honey. Buy the baby clothes and everything. And he be thinking that the baby his. All day. And then he find out the baby ain't his. Okay? Y'all be taking these, y'all, when y'all get in here and say men are the biggest cheaters, baby. Somebody, we need a recount. We need a recount in here. We need a recount in this bitch. Yes, honey. When y'all get in here and say men are the worst, we need a recount. Because y'all are the most devious and low down. Because y'all will have a whole man sitting up there kissing on somebody else's baby. Raising somebody else's baby. Sometimes it'll get to the child turn 18 years old. And then you turn around and say the baby was never yours anyway. You was raising such and such a baby. And y'all don't even care. Like you'll just break somebody's heart and y'all don't even give 2 shits. This is why I say Dana is important. This is why I tell you right now, Dana is important, baby. Don't let nobody fool you. Dana is important, honey. Okay? Dana is important. Don't let nobody fool you, baby. Dana is important. Okay? Oh my gosh. Shout out to Star for the $4.99 super chat. Star, I got something for you, baby. I just clipped this morning. I got something for you. Here we go.
And if eyes don't match, well, turn to your neighbor and say, these BBLs
killing y'all. That's nasty. Thank you, Star, for the $4.99 super chat. I appreciate you, baby. So, what happens now? What happens now? She gonna keep that lie. She gonna keep that lie. She just gonna be crying and acting like she crying because he cheated on her. But in all reality, she been had a whole affair and had 2 kids by some other man. By some other man. You know, the Western society, y'all so lucky that y'all not in foreign countries. Because I'm going to share something with y'all. In foreign countries, when men know that they have had babies by married women, okay, or women that are in relationships, they come and tell a man that that child is theirs. That's how gangster they are in foreign countries. If they have been sleeping with this woman and if she married, okay, be advised that the man she been messing with is coming for that baby. And he'll tell her just like this, I don't care what happened, but you better make sure you tell your husband that that baby is mine. Okay? That baby you're carrying is mine. And they come full force with their family and everything to come get that baby. They come full force. See, that's the difference between Western society and everybody else. Because you can't hide no baby. You cannot hide no baby in a foreign country. These people will come. They will come for you. Especially if the man is upright, he doing the right thing, he will come for you. Even the ones that ain't got it all together. And they might be living foot to mouth or whatever. They still come because the offspring. It's their offspring. They still come. That's the difference between foreign men and westernized men. That's the difference. They come. So if you out here messing around and you're a foreign woman, baby, be advised, he will do a whole embarrassment. A whole embarrassment, baby. He will come. A whole embarrassment will be coming, baby. Once you had that baby, you up there doing the naming ceremony, you dancing and shit, you got your clothes up, he come up there with his whole family and tell your husband right to his face, that baby is mine. She's been cheating on you. Now I know I was wrong, but she's been cheating on you and that baby is mine. And then the husband will immediately tell you, give him that child. Your husband will immediately tell you, give him that child. You'll be crying and everything, trying to beg your husband, this and that. And then your husband, okay, then your husband will go and turn around. Okay? Okay? Your husband will go and turn around and take you back to your parents. There's a difference. It's a difference, y'all. It's a difference, y'all. Moses, thank you. Moses sent high five for 100 jewels. All 100 jewels. I don't even know what that is. Thank you. Thank you, Moses. I appreciate you, baby. Always donating to the channel. Thank you, Moses. And I, you know what, Moses? You my second person who donated the jewels, Moses. I appreciate you, Moses. Thank you. It looked like, okay, thank you, Moses. I see it. So now, what I want to say to y'all is that when we get in here and we say men are the worst when it comes to this, we are. We are, because we'll have a man believe that this baby is his. All the while, he done bought diapers, clothes, everything, and we'll sit up here and make this man believe the baby is his. The baby might look off a little bit. You'll get up there and say, well, you know your grandma, you know your auntie, you know this and that, and all this, and the man will sit there and believe you. He'll sit up there and believe you. That's why Dana need to judge the case. Dana need to be mandatory. I'm sorry. Dana need to be mandatory. It'll stop a lot of men having heartbreak. There are a lot of men out here raising other men's children. There are a lot of men out here raising another man's baby. So we're going to skip to something else. I'm done with that foolery. We're going to skip to something else. But what did y'all think so far, y'all? How are we doing so far? I'm trying. How are we doing so far? That was heartbreaking. Oh, my God. The husband finds out 20 years later none of the kids are his. I'm telling you, it's heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking. I don't know why y'all think this makes sense. Why you got to share the pussy with anybody in the first place? You married. Why you got to share the pussy with somebody? You know your husband can't have kids. Why not tell him, honey, let's go do a test. Let's go do something. Something is off. You know, come on now. Why are you out there giving the pussy to somebody else? Why are you doing that? That's why when y'all be catching stuff that you can't get rid of, I don't say nothing. I just stay quiet. It's crazy. Okay? It's crazy. Oh my God. Mm-mm-mm. I want y'all to hear this. This is a little clip right here. Gender confusion and culture. I want y'all to hear this, what this woman said. This was so amazing. I want y'all to hear this. Here we go.
Every time a culture is on the threshold of the end, it always becomes confused about gender. When you look at what happened to the Roman Empire, Nero, everybody knows about Nero, but where did he martyr the Christians? There was a place called the Circus Maximus. It sat 150,000 people. Wow. And Nero, there was a fire that took out 10 of the 14 districts. He needed someone to blame, so he decided to blame the Christians. Why the Christians? Because they did not partake in the culture. Mm-hmm. And so he's like, I'm gonna get someone outside of the culture, we're gonna blame them. So he started killing the Christians. Historians said he continued to kill them because they hated humanity. What are we accused of? Hating humanity. Same spirit. Wow. Nero's first wife, Octavia, married a political alliance. He falsely accused her of adultery and had her executed. Second wife was his mistress, Sabina. Some accounts say he kicked her to death while she was pregnant. Third wife, 16-year-old boy he castrated, dressed as a woman, called Sabina. It is the same spirit, but the more he killed the Christians, the more Christianity rose. It was the end of the Roman culture as they started to kill the Christians. And now we're in the end of an age as well, where God has set a door in front of us. And we've got, today, as we're talking, they're hearing in the Supreme Court, like, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna allow our children to be gender hormone transformed, or are we gonna wait till they're adults? This is that perversion of the image of God, male and female, is something that always happens at the end of a culture.
What she say? What she say? It always happens at the end of a culture. Right now, because we jumping on something else, y'all. Right now, they battling in the Supreme Court if children can have what? Sex changes. That's the battle right now. That's the battle right now. Well, we got bigger shit to talk about, but that's the battle right now. That it's okay for minors to have sex changes. That's the battle right now. They done stopped it. Trump did an executive order saying children cannot do this. 18, okay, you grown, but children should not be able to do this. Executive order says that. Supreme Court stops the executive order in its tracks and says, not so fast. This is how you know some shit about to come down. Because why do y'all think it's okay to have these babies switch up their bodies like that? Let's say mutilation, okay? Mutilate their bodies like that. And then later, what happens if they feel they don't want to be like that no more? I told y'all that there's times where children get up here and say, I want to be a Power Ranger today. Okay? I want to be a Power Ranger today. Okay, so now you done took this baby through all this stuff and all these pills, and then you done took them through surgery. And then when they get a teenager, they say, I want to go back to being a boy. How does that happen? How does that happen? How does that happen? How does that happen? See, a child can get up here and tell you whatever they, at that time, this is what I believe. And now when they get a little older and they say, I don't want to do this no more. I want to go back to what I want to be. Then how do you fix that? Because remember, y'all got a limit on cigarettes, okay? All right? Y'all got a limit on cigarettes. And the real team just put that in here. Y'all got a limit on cigarettes. You got a limit on liquor. But a child that is 9, 10, 11, 12 can tell you what they want to be. I no longer want to be a boy. I want to be a girl. So a child is 12. He can tell you, I no longer want to be a boy. A girl child is 12 and she say, I no longer want to be a girl. I want to be a boy. So it's okay. But liquor, y'all might as well drop liquor age then too. You might as well drop smoking age then too. Because if you allowing this, that doesn't make sense. You go and mutilate this child while they're young. And it's sad that Trump even have to write an executive order. Because most of y'all parents should already have the common sense to understand that your child shouldn't be going through no mess like that. Wait till they get grown and they'll be able to make their own decisions so they can't turn around and blame you, mama and daddy. But some of y'all, you know what, I can't even say that some of y'all in y'all right mind because y'all be doing bullshit to these children, hurting these kids and stuff like that, and it be all over social media. One lady the other day threw her baby outside the car because of some shampoo. Threw her baby, pushed her baby right outside the moving car, and the baby face was all scratched up and stuff because of some shampoo. One woman done left all 3 children in the house for close to 5 years in a nasty, horrifying house, okay, that they had to wear hazmat suits, okay? Then the other woman who left her 2 children in the car and the children passed away. Oh my God. And so now y'all want us to believe that you can make the right choice for your child. I don't blame Trump for interceding on that one. Because some of y'all don't love your babies. You want your babies to go through nonsense. Because it's not just one surgery that they got to go through. There are many. There are many surgeries, especially the ones who turn into girls. Because that's just a wound that they have between their legs. And every couple years or every couple months, they got to reopen it. Ain't no way. Ain't no way y'all think that makes sense. Also, let's talk about this too. I'm just in here. We're just throwing, subjects around today. Shout out to Red Pill Awareness. Okay. Y'all seen the runner, right? 2 melanated young ladies who were running, and one hit her upside the head with the baton. Like she tried to whoop this girl in her head with the baton. I know y'all seen it. It's been all over social media. So the one who was whooping the other girl upside the head with the baton, she's crying saying, y'all didn't see it right. You saw it from the different angle. I was about to fall, and that's how that's why the baton hit her in her head. Now, if anybody was watching that video, anybody was watching it, you know that this child was hitting this other baby. She was hitting her upside the head with that baton. Ain't no way you fall like that because the girl was beating her, okay? She hit that baby upside the head with that baton, okay? Now, let's hear her side of the story. Shout out to Red Pill Awareness. Renee say, yes, that was a mess. Yeah, I know you saw it, baby. I know you saw it. The real team said, and it was very intentional from all angles. Go ahead, baby. I said the same thing. Here we go.
Come on, stop scrolling. Imagine somebody hit you with the nastiest you ever felt in the back of your head, and now they're on social media saying that you're not caring for their feelings. Let's roll the clip.
Oh, this just because of a non-second video.
Crying with one eye is
My
crazy.
feelings.
Look at this.
You're physically hurt, but you're not thinking of my mental, right? They're going
No.
an angle.
You know I had to rewind it, so let's look. I'm not gonna back to you. Look at your arm. Nah. Yeah, you so clocked her. Yeah, you did it. You did it. You did it. Yeah, you did it.
Even in
you
slow
did.
motion.
Can't pronounce their first names. But basically, Miss Tucker, who was running and got hit, suffered a concussion and a skull fracture during the track meet with her, Miss Everett. Every camera angle shows that it looks like she intentionally whacked her, but she claims that she lost her balance and in her head was just magically there to catch the baton or stick, whatever y'all call it. But I'm gonna leave that for y'all to decide. Do you feel like she accidentally got her? Or, we gotta go off what the cameras are showing us.
So we going back to daddy. We got to go back to the daddy conversation. Okay? We got to go back to the daddy conversation. Okay? Most of y'all children, okay, who don't have, I didn't just say any daddy, who don't have a man of substance that's raising them. If they don't have a man of substance that's raising them, you hear me? The mindset is off. The mindset is off because sportsmanship, able to take a defeat, able to understand you're not going to win everything. The girl who she hit in the head with that baton was whooping her. She was whooping her. She was up there. And when she saw the girl getting up there, she hit her. Bow, hit her right up in that head. Bow, hit her right up there in that head. Okay? When these children are not governed by men who have a king mindset, these kids will do nonsense. This is why a lot of y'all mamas, y'all scared of these babies. A lot of y'all mamas scared of these babies. Yes, honey. Y'all scared of these babies. Sometimes these babies scare y'all so much you got to put on your phone camera and go live when you tell a child clean up their room or take out the garbage. You got to go live because you scared the child gonna whoop on you. This is why these babies need to grow up with their fathers. They need a man with a king mindset that will hold them accountable when they do nonsense. Because I know good and hell well, if children, listen, if this young lady had a father that held her accountable, she would have just lost the race peacefully. Don't tell me, oh no, I lost my balance. Losing your balance is popping somebody upside the head with the baton. Now, she claimed the girl had hit her elbow or something and she fell over and that's what made her lose the race. That does not make sense, baby. That doesn't make sense. From every angle we saw, baby, that was you. Every angle, they did it in slow motion. They did it in slow motion, baby. Yes, honey, they did it in slow motion. You still look like you were trying to hurt somebody. They did it in slow motion and it still looked like you was trying to hurt somebody, baby. Oh my God. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. And we still got to come to the conversation of these children need their daddy. Still got to come to the conversation of these. Gotta check that pH balance, baby. Son of Moses, thank you, baby, for the 100 jewels, honey. I appreciate you, baby. Yes, baby. Gotta check that pH balance, baby. Oh my God.
Gotta check that pH balance, baby.
Right now. What he say now? What he say? What he say? Get it, baby.
Something is off.
Get it. Wait a minute.
Something ain't right.
Something ain't right, honey.
Something is in the air tonight.
What he say? What he say? Wait a minute.
Something smells fishy.
What he say? That pussy smell fishy, baby. Wait a minute.
Thinking to myself, what the hell is this? Sex thinks it's good.
He said it's good, baby.
Please do better.
But I need you to do better, baby.
You need to get that
Hey,
pH
Henry.
balance
What's
together,
up, baby?
baby.
Get it, get it, get it. All right now, honey. I love them horns. So, that's the uncomfortable truth. You know, a lot of y'all believe that, you know, daddies are not needed to raise these children. A lot of y'all say we just need the village. But without the daddy, there's no village. Shout out to Mr. He Said. Without the daddy, there is no village. Henry, you speaking the truth, sir. You know how you be dropping those gems. You speaking the truth right there. Without listen, there's no daddy without, you know what I'm saying? The village cannot form without the daddy. The daddy brings structure. The daddy, you know what the daddy bring? This is something that's so uncommon that a lot of y'all don't understand. The daddy bring no. Did that fly over your head? The daddy brings no. I said no. I said no, 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 no. I said no. I said no. Even when a child get an attention tantrum, no. Daddy said, I said no. I said no. I said no. Some of y'all children don't even understand that word. I said no. I said no, go sit down. I said no, go sit down. Go to your room. I don't have time. You doing nonsense. Go sit down. Go sit down. I don't have time. See, daddies get in here and they'll tell you what it is. Didn't I tell you an hour ago to go clean that room? You didn't clean that room yet? What? What happened? And then all of a sudden you see the child run up. They get scared. They run up, go upstairs, start cleaning up the room. Daddy said, I'm going to be up there in like 10 minutes. I want to see the room clean. I want to see the room clean. This is what these children are missing. They're missing this. And I'm going to share something with you. You know why a lot of girls get in here and they believe they got to be in a whole era? Want to know why? They believe they got to be in a whole era because they have missed their first love. Let me say that one more time. You know why a lot of girls be in a whole era? Because they have missed their first love. Who's the first love? Anybody know in the chat? Who is the daughter's first love? Anybody know? She missed her first love. Star said, Daddy. Doc said their father. Renee said, that's nasty, Queen. I know, Renee. I know it's nasty, but it's true. Henry said, the daddy. The real team said, Daddy. Renee said, Daddy. Onika said, the daddy. Walker said, whole phase come from no father. He right. That whole phase come from not having that daddy around. Okay? Star said, I had one. All right now. No pappy. No pappy. Promote conscious parenting with the Harrises said, the pappy. It's the pappy. You're missing the pappy. Mr. He said, shout out to Mr. He said, how can you have the village without the father? This is why a lot of us go through that whole phase. You didn't get to meet your first love yet. This is why a lot of y'all don't know how men are supposed to treat you, because you didn't encounter your first love. You didn't encounter your first love. Sometimes I got to fight our daughters sometimes because they be wanting to talk to their father, right? And they like to conveniently tell me that, you know, you got a daddy, you know. You got a daddy, mama, you got a daddy. This our daddy, you know. And I look at them. So even when, y'all know the Valentine's Day. Now, Valentine's Day is our anniversary. We got married on Valentine's Day. So my king has to buy me something, okay? And buy these 3 monster something. And if he don't buy the 3 girls something, the boy ain't worried about this stuff. But if he don't buy these 3 monster something, they'll go and eat my stuff. And then tell their father, well, you know, it's all of us in here, daddy. You know, all of us is in here, daddy. And you supposed to get us something too. One day, one year, my husband bought me like this beautiful bouquet of edible treats. Y'all know the edibles, right? Okay, so beautiful bouquet, really nice. Okay, beautiful vase and everything, really nice. I loved it, and he put it on the kitchen table. Everything was wrapped up so beautifully, and I went and took a nap because I had to work that night, okay? Edible arrangements, thank you, Walker. I had to work that night. I said, y'all, don't touch my stuff, you know. So the girl said, well, you know, did daddy buy us something? I said, maybe when he get home, he'll have y'all stuff. Y'all, when I got up, I'm sorry, y'all. When I got up, all the fruit was gone from the vase, y'all. All the fruit, everything was so beautiful. It was gone. I snapped a picture, sent it to my husband. I said, this is what, you know, your girls did. You know, he said, babe, why you ain't bring it in the room or something? I said, no, because I thought it was beautiful. I left it on the kitchen table, so, you know, I told them not to eat it. Okay? And the kids looked at me like it was my fault because, you know, they daddy didn't buy them anything on Valentine's Day. And so I said, wow. Oh my God. So just like I told y'all, this is the girl child first love is the daddy. This prevents her from going into the whole phase. Because the daddy is teaching her. He's telling her, listen, don't get out here and give your precious, you know, box away to anybody. Don't get out here and start thotting it out because, you know, you're trying to find love. Most of the time when women hoeing it out, they're trying to find love. This is the truth. Most of the time when women are thotting it out, they're trying to find love. That's not the way to do it. But that's how they're trying to find love. This is that Disney fairy tale nonsense. Because my perfect prince will come. I continue to kiss all these frogs and my perfect prince will come and save me. I know it's nasty, but it's true. And Walker, who put it in here? Let me see who put it in here. Renee just put something in here. Daddy must approve your boyfriend or husband to be. Now, come on now, Renee. Okay, come on now, Renee. Now, I done told you about putting the truth in here. Okay, now 18, watch her now, because I done already told her. Now, Renee, you're not new now. You're not new to the channel, Renee. You're not new to the channel, Renee. Okay, I'm going to block you. 18, watch her now. Watch her, because I done already told her about this mess. Okay, I done already told her. Okay, I done already told you, Renee. I done already told you about it. Don't be getting in here and telling the truth. I don't want to seem like I'm taking sides, but I agree with the baby on this one. Now, Walker, Walker, wait a minute now. So you happy they ate the bouquet for me, Walker? Now you one of my original kings from the beginning, Walker. Are we doing this now? Are we doing this now? I can't even tell nobody to come get you, Walker, because you first of all, Walker, you from the beginning, Walker. Okay? You one of the big moms. I can't even tell somebody come get you. You could be deleting people from the channel. I can't even tell nobody come get you, Walker. Damn. Okay? Daddy lives matter. See that? This what you know what I'm saying, Walker? I didn't listen. I'm tired of you and Renee today. Renee gonna say sorry, Queen. I'm tired. All I'm trying to tell y'all, okay? All I'm trying to tell y'all is that the father play a big role that a lot of y'all don't see. That's why these children grow up with so many insecurities. Now, I'm not saying that children who been under a covering for from birth don't have issues, but they issues are not as heavy as the ones who grew up without the daddy. It's not as bad. They're not looking for acceptance like the other children are. We're not going to say all children that come from married couples are perfect. We can't get in here and say that. Because especially if the father doesn't rule the household, that's another problem. Okay? If the father don't know that he's the king, that's another problem. And the wife thinks she is sitting in the crown, put the crown on her head and she's sitting on the throne. That's another problem. Some houses grew up like that, and sometimes this is where you got these boss chicks coming from. They'll tell you they done had a daddy, but they don't talk like they had a daddy in their life. And when you hear them talk, you immediately know that the daddy, you immediately know that the daddy ain't had no say in the shit she do. Okay? Sometimes it's like that. Okay? Listen, y'all. Guys, I'm going to share something else with y'all, and then I'm going to let y'all go. So check this out. Now, y'all know that Trump getting ready to close down the Board of Education, the Federal Board of Education. Baby, they told these people, don't come to work. They told these people, do not come to work, okay? The Federal Board of Education, they told these people, and it's all over social media, y'all. They done told these people, do not come to work, okay? This is what they told them, okay? Shout out to On Site. I want y'all to hear this. Trump is a problem, y'all. Trump is a problem. If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Trump is a problem. Okay, let's see. 18 said, take heed to the message. I don't understand how they can be a battle when we are responsible for our children. Now, you ain't lying. You ain't lying one bit. You ain't lying one bit, honey. You ain't lying one bit. Mm-hmm. You ain't lying. Walker said, Trump is the man. Mm-mm. Okay, here we go. Sister 1973 said, Mad Daddy has a happy wife, happy life syndrome. This is true. They do. They do have that syndrome. I don't know, whoever made up that saying, man, you need to go and crawl under the bus somewhere. That is just nonsense. Okay? Star said, I had to learn you don't treat every man like you saw your daddy, like you saw your father treated. Also, didn't understand the validity. I think I'm saying that. Validity, I'm saying that wrong. Of getting my father's approval until an adult. Oh, okay. Okay, I understand. Oh my God. Honey. Let's get in here. Shout out to On Site, okay? And Trump kept his promises. The thing that irked my nerve about the Democratic Party. This is the thing that irked my nerve. And this is my first time ever voting for a Republican. But the thing that irks my nerve is that this man is going on being the president for 3 months and all this shit is happening. How? How? When y'all been telling the Democratic Party that this shit cannot, we can't do this. We can't do that. Oh, they only the president. They can't do this. They just eye candy. And when you see the big greasy wolf in the White House, that's right, my president is the wolf. When you see the big greasy wolf in the White House, damn it, and he causing all the chaos and shit, all you can do is do this. And watch everybody. All you can do is do this and just watch. Okay? Now listen, I don't agree with the Gaza thing. I'm not gonna never agree with the Gaza thing. Okay? But everything else, I'll be damned. Here we go. Here we go right here. Cause the Board of Education. Okay, the Federal Board of Education is just a cash cow, baby. That's just a cash cow for y'all to put money over there. I don't know what's going on. All that money is getting cut like 20 times and then sent out to the states. I said what I said. Here we go.
At the Education Department, employees have been told that they must vacate their offices in D.C. and the regions by 6 o'clock tonight, and that the offices will be closed on Wednesday for security reasons. Let's bring in Charlie. He is breaking this story this afternoon, hopping on set to talk to us about it. So give us some sense here. What are you hearing?
A little background. I mean, I have sources in the Education Department. They've been sending me these directives that have been coming since Linda McMahon was named Education Department chief about massive reductions. I mean, they're not hiding the football here. They're talking massive reduction.
Reporting that the Education Department employees have been...
What'd he say? At 6 o'clock? He said that yesterday, 6 o'clock. And today is what? Today is what? Wednesday? That thing came out yesterday at 6 o'clock. Said, clean out your offices. Okay? Clean out your offices. Okay? 6 o'clock, clean out your offices. Okay? Don't return back to work for security reasons. Okay? Y'all out. Y'all gone. That's it. That's it. Send that money to the state. Send that money to the state. Can you imagine? All these years, and they were saying Trump should do it, Trump should do it, he gonna get in there and do it. Why are they there? Only reason you have the Federal Board of Education is for testing, which the states can do that, and to send out money, okay? So that, remember now, you got everything that goes on in DC, it has to have a department up in DC. So now they get to retrieve the money. And before it gets to the state, they're going to cut it at least 20 times or 100 times and then send it to the state. Okay? And send it to the state. Now that relieves the middleman. Now the state just get the money. And now the state got to do the right thing with the money, or either the mayors will hold the governor accountable and the people of the state can hold the governor accountable for the money, okay? Or because it should just go to the Board of Education in the state. And the state will have to just, release the money to the districts. That's how it should go. And we might get some better schools up in here. Better schools, better equipment in the schools and stuff like that. I don't blame Trump, damn it. I don't blame Trump one bit, because they just sitting there doing nothing. They sitting there doing nothing. Take heed to the message, Queen. What are the states doing with the educational lottery money? I'm going to share something with you. I know in every town, okay, in every town, now I'm going to share something with you. This money that's coming for our town, because we just did a vote on it yesterday. This money that's coming for our town, they're going to redo the schools. They redoing the schools, fixing some stuff, the roofing. They doing some cosmetic surgery to the schools. They fixing up some stuff, getting new equipment, all that stuff. So the money that's coming to our town, that's what they had already voted on yesterday. Okay, and it passed. It passed. So that's good. They using the money for stuff like that. Now in the lottery for the schools, I don't know what they're gonna do because we had switched hours. We had switched hours to go to refixing up the schools. So you probably won't get it for a minute for the lottery so that you get to go to the academy. But remember, over here where I live at, we already have a special academy that our children can go to, but it's only when they get into high school. That's the sad part. Okay. So I don't, ours is not really bad over here. Remember, I live in the suburbs. The problem is really, the urban areas and stuff like that. And I hope they do well with the money that they receive. You know what I'm saying? But in the urban area, we all get like a say over. I mean, in the suburbs, you get a say. They want you to know everything. You know what I'm saying? They want you to be voting on everything. So it's a little different. And then, you know what? I'm gonna share something with you. I would never imagine that the suburbs would be like what it is. Y'all know I didn't grow up in the suburbs, but I would never imagine that the way it is. I would have never. Because when I lived in the urban area all my life, I have never seen stuff like this. Never. Okay? 18 said the lottery makes hundreds of millions alone. Our state lottery makes $1 billion and the state taxes use it like crazy. We do also down here. Okay. Oh, I thought you said, okay, because they have a lottery for school too. I thought that's what you was talking about. Oh, you talking about the lottery money that comes into the state. I don't know. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie to you. I don't know what they do with that money. That's what I thought she was talking about, Renee. I thought she was talking about the lottery for the schools because they pick the children to go to special schools down here. Yeah, I ain't even know. Thank you for clarifying it, baby. I don't know what they do with that money. Baby, I didn't know. I didn't know none of that, okay? I ain't gonna even lie to you like I know. I ain't gonna lie to you like I know. All right, guys, I had a wonderful time with y'all today, okay? I bugged out with y'all, and I appreciate all y'all stopping by because y'all could have been anywhere else, but y'all said, nah, let me see what this loudmouth heifer talking about today, and I appreciate y'all for coming. You hear me? If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Also, donate to the page as well, okay? Thank you, Moses, for giving me gems today, honey. I'm learning about these gems now. So far, I think I got 2 donations from the gems. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, honey. If you want to shop with us, our family business is called ubmraxfashion.com. If you want to, if you have other links that you usually shop through, like POSHMARK, eBay, and Mercari, we have links there too in my bio. If you want to buy merch, scroll to the top of the page. You will see shop or store if you're interested. Hoodies, shirts, mugs, water bottles, baby clothes, all that good stuff. Check it out. They got some nice stuff there, okay? With my cartoon, face all on the hoodies and everything like that. Also, if you want to donate directly to me, Cash App and Venmo is in my links in the bio as well. Okay, everybody, God willing, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I enjoyed my time with y'all as always. We talk shit like we normally do. We talk shit like we normally do. I appreciate y'all for taking the time to come rock with me. Okay, take heed to the message, everybody. And I gotta throw on my song, y'all. I gotta throw on my song, baby. I gotta throw on my song. Feel like stopping a nigga today. All right, now. I feel like stopping a nigga today. It is what it is. It is what it is, baby. I feel like stopping a nigga today. Shout out to AI for the culture. These motherfuckers on the road, the hell they learn to drive. That's it, baby. Job turkeys at my job, about to get a cool car.